Welcome to the War Zone, man. I'm their host, the five-star general, Gary Monroe. I've been out all day dealing with the election, and I saw the news spots about the shooting in Uvalde, Texas. I did my best to research the actual shooter, and you could tell from some of the pictures that the man had issues. I see my sister, Shauna Ciaz, all the way from Opelousas, Louisiana. Big, big, when I say one of the best in the country at being an education advocate. I'm just proud of what I've been seeing her do. And you always got some help down here if you need it. But I want to talk to y'all because our children are in a very toxic environment. The school system is a very, very toxic environment. And I want each one of y'all to push the share button. Push the share button on this, share it to your page, but share it to your groups. I want to have this conversation because I want people to understand that what I'm about to say, it needs to resonate. Thank you, Shalonda Stevens. She corrected me. It's 18 kids and 3 adults. These kids are second, third, and fourth graders. The worst nightmare is sending your kid off to school and your child not returning home from school. I'm down here in the Houston Independent School District. They have a budget meeting Thursday night. There's nothing in the strategic plan of the new superintendent. Maybe he'll go back in the next 48 hours. I'm not going to bash him tonight. That addresses safety on a school campus. I speak about safety on a school campus all the time. No, that's not including the shooter, Andre. That's everybody he killed. I speak of safety on the school campus all the time because our kids are not safe. Our teachers are not safe. And it doesn't seem like school systems want to put any money into safety. Most school resource officers or police officers that, school districts that have their own police departments, they're very, very underpaid and they're underfunded. My first question would be, how did this man even get on the campus? Now, he can get on the campus, but how did he penetrate the building? We got two Einsteins. We got maybe more than two down in the Houston Independent School District. That's school board trustees that want to get rid of the police. How that's working out for you right now? I've said it from day one that you cannot operate these schools without police, not in this climate. You can't do it. Teresa Joseph say you can't keep calling this mental health because it's not. This is pure hatred. And I would have to agree with you to a certain degree. When you look at the pictures of the shooter, he looks like maybe he was dressed as a girl one day. These are pictures that I saw. No slight to the LGBTQ community. But he looks like he was a confused young man. A very confused young man. This is why you cannot bring all your foolishness to our school campuses. This is why, whether you believe in CRT or not, you cannot have anything on the campus that creates division. I'm sorry, you cannot. You can't do it. These people have no reason to be burying their children today. But the only reason that they have is because our school systems are dropping the ball. The only thing you care about with children are the fact that they sit in those seats every day. You don't care if they're safe. You don't care if they shoot each other. You don't care nothing about that. Because if you did, this wouldn't keep happening. First time, shame on you. Second time, shame on me. Shouldn't be a third time. But of course, we have these things pop off all the time. Now you have politicians that want to stand in front of the camera after the fact. What did you do proactively before this ever happened? Whether it was Sandy Hook, whether it was here, whether it was Columbine, what did you do proactively to make sure that this would never happen? You did nothing. You played the law average. And again, you got burned. You got burned. I'll say this, that if your school system is working on their budgets right now, excuse my French, but you need to shut the motherfucking meeting down. If they ain't talking about school safety in the budget, shut that motherfucker down. I'm tired of these kids being targets in these schools. You feel what I'm saying? And nobody's doing nothing to protect them. Nothing. If an unruly parent shows up at the school, you got 40 cars of police. But somebody show up with a rifle and a gun, where the goddamn cops at? There are no security measures, Kiki. Anybody can walk on our campuses and kill our children and kill the staff on the campuses. But like I said, if a mob there tripping, they got 40 cars of cops. But somebody can walk on a campus with a gun and murder 18 babies. Now, whether I'm a Republican or a Democrat doesn't matter to me at this point. This shouldn't even be talked about. They should waive everything in the Constitution and put his ass in front of a firing squad tomorrow. That's how I feel about it. The Bible say an eye for an eye. We just doing what the Bible tells us to do if we do it that way. I don't give a damn about his mental health. I don't want to hear that. This is 18 kids that have been murdered for no reason. Now, you people that sit on the school board, because I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to the budget meeting Thursday night, and I walk it just like I talk it. If you ain't got nothing in that budget pertaining to campus security, I'm going to shut that motherfucker down. I mean what I say, and I say what I mean. You let all this racist stuff go on the campuses. You let all this sexual stuff go on the campuses. You bringing the demons through the front door with all of this. And our kids have to sit there and deal with this. And then you grown folks try to justify it. Enough is enough. This is why I want to go to Austin to be a state rep. I want to sit on the educational committee if they can appoint me to it. Because I'm going to fight to bring the necessary changes, man. How do you justify what happened today? The politicians are going to use this as a rallying cry. And then they're going to say, oh, well, it's Greg Abbott's fault because he signed the bill. And, man, they were killing people before that gun bill ever came up. Columbine happened before the gun bill came up. This ain't got nothing to do with no gun bill. This is got something to do with the states having the funding to be proactive, to deal with these types of situations before they ever happen. Who gives a fuck if you give some money right now to help bury those children? Mr. School System? Who cares? What did you do so this would not happen? Nothing. Nothing. People were in my inbox. They wanted me to speak. Man, you one of the top activists in the country. My girl, Shauna Ciaz, is on here. She's one of the, not top activists, top education advocates in the country. Shauna Ciaz is one of the top education advocates in the country. We need to shut these motherfucking meetings down. If you ain't talking about school safety after the day, fuck you and your meeting. Excuse my French, bro. I'm human. I'm human. And I'm a father. And I'm a grandfather. And I don't want that phone call. So you ragged ass politicians that's sitting in office, what the fuck you gonna do about this? What you gonna do to make sure that our school safety, our children's school experience is the safest experience that they could ever imagine? What are you gonna do? So I don't want to hear shit about no gun bill, none of that. What the gun bill got to do with somebody who's a grown ass man walking into an elementary school and murdering 18 people? What they got to do with it? Don't make this political. Don't any one of y'all in Harris County that make it political. Whenever you do a function, I'm gonna shut your shit down. I'm telling you what I'm gonna do. I'm not. I'm just not going to sit here and act like what happened today didn't happen again. Wrap your arms around those families in prayer. Wrap your arms around them. Pray for them. Pray for the teachers that lost their lives and their families. Pray for the people realistically that survived, that will be traumatized for a lifetime. But it's time for us to get some people in office that are going to have human moments, and they're going to fight for change to make sure that something like this never happens again. But you want the bad news? It's going to happen again. And it's going to keep happening again and again and again. It's going to keep happening. I saw it earlier and I had to sit down and take a break and catch my breath just watching this unfold. I take what I do. Y'all hold on a second. Oh, man. I take what I do very seriously. I love getting out and working for these kids, man, and love giving them a shot because a lot of kids don't feel they'll ever be anything, or they don't feel they'll make it out the neighborhoods that they're in. But I know for a fact that if we do our part to give them a shot, that they can make it and they can be somebody. Who knows? A future president may have been murdered today. Who knows? A future lawyer, a future doctor. They took this away from these children. And you noticed I said they. Yeah, I'm talking to you. I'm talking to every last one of y'all that keep voting these people in that ain't trying to change none of this. I'm talking to you. Murder is on your hands. You have to become responsible. Y'all like what I'm saying? You love my passion? Well, goddamn it, show it when I get ready to run. Because I'm going to go in with that same fire. I'm going to go in with that same passion, with the same expertise to get things done. So I'm not here tonight to campaign. That ain't what I'm doing. I'm in pain right now. I feel what these people are going through. Trust me when I tell you. I didn't have to deal with a lot of kids that were bullied. I have had to deal with parents that have lost their children to bullying in schools. I feel that pain. Y'all hold on a second. So my thing is this, you guys. If your school district is dealing with their budget right now, if they not talking about school safety, shut the motherfucker down. Forgive me for cursing. I'm hurting for those babies. Those are our babies, man. Oh, they were Latino kids. They my babies. Remember, I don't see a color when I see a kid. They are our babies. We are the village. And now the village needs to step up and help those families that lost their children and those families that lost their educators. But step up for the ones that are still there. They will be traumatized for the rest of their lives. I'm not going to bombard you tonight. I'm not going to hold you. I want you to always remember this. And this is why I battle so hard. God puts you on this earth for a certain amount of time. In that time period, you need to figure out what your assignment is. And when you figure out what your assignment is and you turn a blind eye to it, he shortens your days. He won't shorten mine. I know my assignment. And that's why I'm so dead serious about it. So if you're in my way on this one, I'm going to roll smooth over you. HISD, fair warning. You better have something in the plan for safety. You better put something in the plan for safety. I don't give a damn about no raises, none of that right now. Because everybody was making money over there today. Somebody kid ain't make it home. Any politician that turns this political in Harris County, it's going to be me and you. Every one of your events going to get shut down. You guys have a beautiful night. Go into prayer. Each and every one of us, go into prayer. For the ones that didn't make it, and go into prayer for the ones that did and their families who will have to deal with them, the children, and the adults for the rest of their lives because they will be traumatized for a lifetime. I'm going to leave you and tell you what you saw tonight and what you heard was my heart. And that's why I'm the best damn education advocate in the state of Texas, if not for the country. Make our schools safe, or we shutting your shit down. And that's on my mama, partner.